It's another solo mission on What's Good Radio tonight as I discuss the mass shooting in California and how the dialogue needs to be open so this doesn't become something we all just get over. Plus, the new developments in the Laquan McDonald case, Kobe Bryant's impending retirement, and how Steph Curry is carrying the mantle of the new NBA into a new generation. All this and more on What's Good Radio, coming up right now.
What's really good?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to What's Good Radio, the weekly podcast where we try to find out what's really good in sports, entertainment, and more.
Oh, good for you!
Hosted by Jake Stanley and featuring Jordan Jones.
Yeah, he's the guy up at Lifetime Fitness that hoops with sweatpants on.
Marcel Ayers.
I hate the notion people like, I'm not black, I have no color. Are you kidding me?
Dan Meehan.
Because you're not bad enough to go get yourself a kick-ass prospect, and you're not good enough to really win anything.
And Montel Hardy.
And even if he doesn't do a whole lot better than Cutler, I think we can pay anyone to go out and turn the ball over 3 times.
This is What's Good Radio. Yes. What's up, party people in the place to be? It's your boy, DJ Jake Stanley. Once again, welcome to What's Good Radio. I'm, as always, your host, Jake Stanley, a.k.a. Jumping Spider, the World Wide Web Slinger, the Hand of the King, the illest motherfucker alive. And I will be taking you through another solo journey as we try to find out, well, I guess today is I try to find out what's really good in the world of news, current events, music, sports, and more. Another solo mission tonight. Want to thank the guys. We recorded last night, and as is the problem lately with Skype recording, had some problems for some reason. Their half of the recording cut out, so it just had basically the mono track with just me, and it was kind of like watching a TV show without a laugh track. Or obviously listening to one side of your headphones if you're listening to a record, except you don't even get the echo in the other side of what they put on the stereo track. It was just me talking and like nothing in the background. So still thanks to the guys last night, and follow them all on Twitter. Marcel Ayers is on Twitter at IM_CEL89. Then you can check him out on SoundCloud.com/CEL. Check out his music up there. As I always say, whack rappers, go get a taste so you can raise the profile of your terrible tracks. He does great beats, and he will help you out for a fee, of course. Montel Hardy is on Twitter at Montel, Montel NFL. He is one of the resident draft experts on NGSCSports.com, him and Josh Zimmer. And Montel will be tweeting out his thoughts about the potential NFL draft prospects from now until the NFL draft, at which point he will start working on next year's NFL draft, because that's how college football works. It's 24/7, 366 all the time. But Montel's a great guy, great football mind, great mind in general. And so you can find him on Twitter at Montel NFL or search for Montel Hardy online. And if you're really trying to get in with him, check him out on LinkedIn, man. You can get some profile. Raise your thoughts up. Dan Meehan is on Twitter at Grizzly Gridiron. He will be tweeting about the Bears every now and again. He has a Grizzly Gridiron blog on Chicago Now talking about the Chicago Bears as well. Check in there for updates. And Dan is a freelance writer with NGSC Sports on MLB and football as well. And last but certainly not least, Jordan Jones, the scientist about those who screw things up. And so I guess we're going to get those out of the way early. But follow Jordan on Twitter at EL_CO24. He is El Comodine on your Xbox Live gamer tags, and he will be serving up those fresh fades in NBA 2K as soon as he gets it. So, the Jordan Jones Jive Turkeys of the week out of the way. And now, it's time for Jordan Jones Jive Turkeys of the week.
Jive turkey.
Jive Turkeys of the week.
Raisin bran with bananas cut in it over and over and over.
Jive Turkeys of the week.
It ain't cool being no jive turkey. So close to Thanksgiving.
Raisin bran with bananas cut in it.
Just call me a jive turkey.
Alright, I will be respectful to Jordan, and even though, like I said, I'm boycotting the NFL, if you don't know that by now, you really haven't been, you're really not my friend, because I've said it to everyone who's friend or foe. I've basically told everyone that I've been boycotting the NFL, so you just haven't talked to me in a long time. But Jordan is doing the exact opposite of boycotting football. He's watching all the football that he can. And he was up in arms this past weekend because the New England Patriots, cost him some money and made a lot of hay with their comments. And this is pretty valid. So if you don't watch football, you might want to skip the next couple of minutes. If you do watch football, you know that Rob Gronkowski got hurt and the Patriots lost on Sunday night to the Denver Broncos. That ended their undefeated streak, their bid for an undefeated season, as they went to 10-1. And on this play, the particular play, Tom Brady threw to Rob Gronkowski in the flat. It was a pass he had to reach out for. He got hit in the knee, ended up suffering a bone bruise, but it looked like it could have been much worse. And after the game, Brady was grousing about how the referees and the referees did not make the right call, and there should be rules put in place to protect defenseless receivers on hits below the knee especially. Jordan's point was that Tom Brady put his receiver in that position and so shouldn't be talking trash about anyone. He also made a comment about Tom's wife Giselle. He said she had a man face. All right, he said that. I can't remember what she looks like, so I don't know if she has a masculine face or not. But those are Jordan's words. I'm being respectful to what he said. Secondly, in that same game, the Patriots used poor time management, as did the next team that Jordan had a problem with, and ended up putting themselves in a position where they could lose the game, and did, and Jordan lost a good amount of money in his football confidence pool. Well, I guess he could have saved that money had the Cleveland Browns won the next day. But, as Jordan also said, and the blame for this loss went to a kind of a surprising source, Browns ended up losing in the most Cleveland Brown way possible after they stopped the Ravens twice, who were going to try and ice the game. The Browns ended up tying things up, and they got the ball back, trying to go down in overtime to close the game out. And they made a couple of bad plays, used poor clock management again. Actually, no, there was no overtime. I apologize. See, I told you I was boycotting. I don't remember what happened. It was closing to the end of the game, and they ended up with only a few seconds on the clock, so they had to bring their rookie or untested kicker out, who everybody said, he's kicking like the longest he kicked was 50 some odd with the wind, and he had like a 51-yard field goal try that would have been at the tail end of the game to win it as the score was tied. But since they didn't move the ball there was various explanations. They didn't run the ball to get it to the right hash mark, so the kick was in the middle of the field, what have you. The field goal kicker for Cleveland kicked a low ball because it was a long field goal. He had to try and drive it. It was blocked, and the man who picked it up for the Ravens ran the ball in for a touchdown. So Cleveland lost a game that they had a pretty good chance to win on Monday Night Football against one of their division rivals at the buzzer. So, yeah, Cleveland. Get your life up, Cleveland. I know it's been rough since Bone Thugs was really killing things. And get your life up. I'm sorry. Just get your life up, Cleveland. But Jordan was upset about that. And he blamed Johnny Manziel for partying down in Austin, Texas, and telling his boys to lie and say he wasn't there, partying on the bye week. And Johnny got demoted to the third-string spot, and he wasn't starting. Instead, Austin Davis was starting. And Jordan was a little hysterical about that, I got to say, because he said that Johnny would have schooled the Ravens secondary, which is bad, but it's still Johnny. I want Johnny to succeed. I want him to get out of his own way and be good, since I think that ESPN built him up, and now they're just trying to tear him down. Like, So as soon as he got in the draft, they were kind of like, everything I heard from ESPN, all the narrative just changed. It was like, oh, this is a fun story, and it's going to make money, so we'll ride it. But now, we're going to just go the complete opposite way as soon as he gets to the NFL. And I'm not saying that the dude was great in college and should be great in the NFL. I understand that. I understand that not everybody who plays college sports is going to be good in the professional ranks. But ESPN rode Johnny Manziel so hard and so far to so much coverage and merchandise, and now they are just willing and ready to abandon him. Like that. Does he have to make better choices? Yes. Does he have to overcome what I think might be some personal demons? Yes. Does ESPN have some sort of... Is ESPN complicit in his rise and fall? They have some blame. They have some blame in this. Believe me if you do, believe me if you don't. But they have some blame. That's my opinion. So those are Jordan Jones' Jive Turkeys of the Week. The Patriots, Tom Brady, and Johnny Manziel / the Cleveland Browns. You guys lost Jordan some money. You guys lost Jordan a good amount of money this week. So, like I said, follow all those guys on Twitter. Also, check out our man Eric Johnson. He can be found on Twitter at Wang Chang Backup. He will be documenting his progress as he crosses the Sahara Desert in a twin-engine propeller plane. You can follow that on Twitter at Wang Chang Backup. And also follow his Bears blog, Start Kyle Orton. That's startkyleorton.blogspot.com, I believe. And he does a podcast with his partner on that called the Skodcast. That's SKOD Cast. So check that out. He's really, really good about that. He's funny. He's funny, and he's a pragmatic guy, but he loves the Bears, so it's good. All right, let's get into it, man. First, going on the NBA. As many of you have heard, Kobe Bryant, longtime superstar for the Los Angeles Lakers, has been in a career decline the past few years with injuries, and he was being widely ridiculed for his shot selection and volume this season, and he finally decided a couple of games ago to retire at the end of the year. This was met with mixed reaction, as most people thought, yes, okay, we can finally be sated that Kobe Bryant has announced that he's retiring, and now it's just going to be a farewell tour, and it won't be us just cringing and watching Kobe saying, oh, I hope he doesn't come back next year. And the other side is basically saying, Kobe, you need to sit out now, let D'Angelo Russell get some run, if you want to play like 10 minutes, 15 minutes a night, and then help the young kid get his feet in the NBA because he's going to be good, please do that. We don't want to see you jacking up threes. I don't exactly have an opinion. The guys talked about how they watched him play. Our man Dan does not like Kobe as a person or really a teammate, so he's more ambivalent, I suppose. I know Marcel's reaction to that was, who cares what he did off the court? We're talking about on the court. I see both of their points. Kobe Bryant is a Michael Jordan-like teammate. He's emulated Michael in all things. He has that almost maniacal drive to win and to improve himself in an effort to win. And so when he sees teammates taking off, or when he's taking plays off, not giving the maximum amount of effort, or when he feels like he's being questioned, he reacts badly. It's well documented with Smush Parker. Smush Parker went on first, pardon the interruption, and told Kobe don't talk to him about anything but basketball. Nick Young and the Lakers last year ran afoul of Kobe. And of course, there's the Kobe-Shaq feud. There is the Kobe-Shaq feud, which has been heard different ways on different sides, and I guess it's finally been resolved. Kobe got his ring without Shaq. Shaq got his ring without Kobe. So everything's all good with that. But yeah, Kobe Bryant retiring is it's big for the NBA. That last generation of early 2000s stars is late 90s, early 2000s stars is all but gone. Steve Nash is retired. Dirk Nowitzki's got a few years left. He's playing great. He's playing great basketball this year, but he's 37. Kobe's announced his retirement. Pau Gasol came in and